we have a Zoom caller. David Walker is on the line. And from what I am told, he was a Cowboy fan. Now he's a Detroit Lion fan.
As a kid.
Give me the rundown on him.
He'll tell you. He'll tell you. Go ahead, Dave. Let him know.
Hey, Dave, thanks for joining us on The Roar tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is actually my most memorable Cowboys game. It just is, right? This is my most memorable. I think you guys are too thick into the analysis to realize how significant of an ass whipping this was from the Detroit Lions. And for me, knowing it coming to the game, and Blank, you need to take credit. I watched you last week. You said it. You said, I'd be surprised, Dave. I'd be surprised if they don't blow them out. And they did that. And they did it when everybody watching, everybody expecting it. And this is very memorable because it says that we're serious and we got to get ready for that bowl. And this was sending a clear message to the entire NFL, not only to the Cowboys. Let's go.
Dave, I know you're definitely a Lions fan, as you can tell with your excitement. What do you think about the Hutchinson injury? I mean, what do you think the Lions should do? I mean, that's gonna really affect them, especially going into next week against an NFC opponent in the Vikings.
It's definitely going to affect, but all of the DNA of Hutchinson is within this team. And you're going to have to rally around this. Hashtag Hutch Hustle, come up with something. But everything that guy did for the city of Detroit to get us to this point is within this team still. And each of those players got to rise up and find it in them and ask themselves, would Hutch quit on this play and start making a tackle? I actually thought they did pretty good after he went out in terms of recovering from that. So, but I think you got to just rally around that, man, because that's a tough thing. Like you said, nobody wants to see that. And so prayers to him and his family. I'm a big Michigan guy, so that affects me as well from that angle. And but you know, he's a tough guy. He'll be back.
Do you have a player of the game, Dave?
Or
players?
Wow, it was so well put together. I'm gonna give it to J-Mo just because every time that ball in the air and he was near it, everybody was holding their breath, and he showed what a dynamic player he could be. And it's scary how many. I think also the offensive coordinator gets, a co-game ball that he was calling all kind of stuff. I didn't even know what was going to happen next. I think Sewell got some tight end waggle or some weird thing. I was like, what is going on? So I was really impressed. And I thought the defense was getting there too. That's why I really would love to see Aiden stay in there and obviously stick with the team. But I thought the defense was really getting after it finally. A lot of holding. Look, the pass interference and the holding, I'm starting to believe is just a rounding error. Give up 5 instead of 30. I've been watching people give up 30 like crazy. So I just got to work on that. But I'm actually, one of the people like, hey, give up 5 instead of 30.
Dave, a close friend of mine, appreciate you coming on, brother. Can you give them a little bit of the history of you being a Dallas fan as a kid and then turning into a Detroit Lion fan?
Absolutely. So, growing up in the D, we had 2 teams on. You got Detroit and Dallas. And Dallas had, the running backs and Danny White and going to the NFC Championship game. And then, of course, Troy Aikman. And I think that I used to always go to the Lions game, to the Silverdome, in the sections of the bleachers where you had all the fights and stuff and buy those $5 bleacher tickets, And so, but you didn't really, you couldn't enjoy the NFL if you're only focusing in on the Lions. You got to have a backup. You just had to, and everybody had their backup, and mine was the Cowboys, and they played on Thanksgiving. But we got to a point where you watch the Lions, and my wife is a big Tom Brady's fan, and so it was easy to kind of say, all right, I'm going to follow the Patriots and keep the Lions in the sideline. And along the way, Dallas started having weird internal conflicts, let's say, with the owner. He started doing some things that really wasn't, I didn't really personally like the way an owner should act. And so I started, in the fan groups and stuff, started backing out. And then I went to a Super Bowl party and I saw a Philadelphia fan just start crying when Philadelphia won. And I said, who's going to make me cry? I said, Detroit will make me cry. So I bought season tickets the same day Aiden Hutchinson got drafted. I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but man, if they make it, I want to be there. And I bought season tickets. Told my friends, and I said, I'm just going to let the Cowboys go. Got out of all the chat groups, told everybody you're leaving. They're like, you can't leave. I'm like, I do what I want. I'm out of here. I'm going with Detroit. I'm from Detroit. It's time to jump on. And if they're going to do it, I want to be there, and I don't want to be too late. And I'm not late. I'm ready to go.
Well, Dave, thanks for coming on with us today. Appreciate it. I hope you can come back on. We're here all season long, as you know.
Yeah, come
and
back.
we really appreciate your comments tonight. And you switched over to the Lions, which is good. Corey's been a Cowboy fan all of his life, and he's still sticking with the Cowboys. So, hey.
Yeah, I'm not I'm going to jump. They always lose. They're 3-3. So I'm not. What I want to know is like why. I'm trying to. What's the energy like when they win next week? Why is it so much energy against the Dallas? Why the Lions? They just can somebody explain that to me? Like you guys have been watching this all year.
I'll let you take this.
Look, first.
Why
of
is
all,
this such a big win?
Look, that's you.
I'm just asking.
That's you. That's just you. There's no energy. I'm not for either one in that way. So
Okay.
I don't have a dog in the fight in this particular situation. But I'm not going to sit here and act like this is such a big deal. They beat the Dallas Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying.
But they destroyed you. They embarrassed you on national TV.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And they almost scored 50 points.
Okay.
And your organization is getting ready to fall apart. And I'm saying this, and I mean this. What I saw today in Dak Prescott, he's done. He's been done for a while now because they never really wanted him. And I can see it in his face. I saw today for the first time that dude wants out. And watch what happens. They're going to go and get a young dude because that's what the NFL does. They're going to get a young quarterback next year, and they're going to bring a guy in, and probably Deion's son, and they're going to try to do what everybody else has been doing because the NFL is a copycat league, and that's what's getting ready to happen.
Okay.
Dak Prescott has checked out. Dallas may win 5 games this year.
Dave, tell Corey why this is such a big win for the Detroit Lions fan base.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Thanksgiving win. It means that people are going to turn on to watch the Lions for Thanksgiving before they watch the Cowboys. And that's just the way it is now. And I think it's significant. And I'm excited about it.
Well, yeah, they probably will because Lions will play first and Dallas will play at 4. So that's how it always goes. So they'll watch the Lions first.
Nobody be watching. Dallas will be 3-9.
Well, I don't know about that, but we'll see. I mean, we got a long season to go. But I appreciate you, Carter.
Hey, yeah, and I'm not a Cowboys hater. I'm just a Lions lover, man. And you just got me on a good day. That's all. Let's go, Lions. Let's worry about ourselves. Let's focus. All right. Good seeing you, Blake.
Good seeing you, Dave. Thanks for coming
for
on,
coming out,
brother.
man.
Go Blue.
Appreciate that.
Go Blue.